Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. My name is Mike Osborne, StillNFAC on Twitch, and Notfooling around crew on YouTube. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different, something more or less for myself. I'm a big fan of the Dragon Ball, starting at Dragon Ball Z, and I watched Dragon Ball, the regular Dragon Ball, and it's okay. Then I watched Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. So anyways, if you don't know, right now, every month there's a new issue of the Dragon Ball Super Manga that comes out of, wherever they make them at, Japan or whatever. China, I think it's Japan. It's, I guess that's important, so I'm not going to say it's not important, but it's not important for what I'm trying to do right here. Basically, what you need to know is every month there's a new episode, and I'm going to start that with episode 69, is where we're going to start at right now, and I'm going to read from 69 to 72 today, and I'm going to jump in. We're going to jump in here, but I'm not going to do anything with the game. I'm going to jump into a car, and I'm going to let the car drive around the city, and I'm going to read the Dragon Ball manga. So I'm not sure if there's anybody interested in hearing this, but it's something I've been wanting to do, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. By the way, if you're not familiar with it, so fucking cool. Really,
Are you ready
really
for a new
good
operation?
right now.
Sure, my tail's cleared out.
Do you require support?
No point now. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like the way this show starts. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yep. No. Yep. No. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn on
AutoDrive now
AutoDrive.
enabled.
So there we go. So AutoDrive is on. Let me just make sure that you can hear me proper, and we're going to get into this. There we go. Sure can. Alright. So yeah, the Dragon Ball Supers are really good, and they come out, only one comes out a month. So that's why I waited a while. We're going to start at 69, and it's just really good. So we'll just start there, and I'm going to read them to you. Really good. These ones are really good. Well, uh-oh.
Disobedience will be met with force.
Oh no. Alright, so we're actually going to start at manga 70. It's chapter 70. For whatever reason, you can't read back to 69. So we'll start at 70, which came out March 18th, 2021, and then 71 was April 20th. So they come out once a month, every 20th. And on May 20th, one just came out, chapter 72. Chapter 72, well, let's just get started. Let me see where we're at in manga 70. So this is manga 70. There's a lot going on. So it's called the Granolah, right? Granolah arc, Dragon Ball Super Granolah arc. Chapter 70 is called The Universe's Greatest Warrior. This is a good part to pick up. Written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyotaro. Alright, so it starts off. Let me get this in full screen so I can see it better. Alright, starts off Granolah. So Granolah lives on a planet called, I think it's called Cereal. This isn't me reading it. So Granolah lives on a planet called Cereal with the Cerealians, but the Cerealians aren't the original inhabitants of the planet, right? I believe the original inhabitants of the planet were the Namekians. The Namekians, so this is like Planet Namek, like the original Planet Namek, and they, and this is what I think. I could be wrong. This is from memory, and so Granolah finds he lives with a Namekian. Granola's not a Namekian, but his friend is a Namekian, like super old Namekian, who still lives on planet Cereal. And then, but the Cerealians live on Cereal now because they bought it from the Saiyans, I believe. So the Saiyans took over planet Namek, right? When Granolah lived there with the original Namekians. Saiyans came in, went ape and fucking took over the place. And so now the Cerealians live there. Granolah still lives there, kind of like out in the woods. And he lives with a Namekian. And he finds out that there are Dragon Balls on planet cereal. So he goes and he gets it. You only have to get 2 of them. So he gets, that's how they work on this planet, they only need 2. So he collects both Dragon Balls and he makes a wish. Well, here, that's where we're at now. So he's standing in front of he's standing in front of Shenron. And he says, it says, greatest warrior in the universe. So you wish to become the most powerful life form apart from the gods themselves. And Granolah says, yes, can you do it? Can you make me the greatest warrior in the universe? It is possible to make you stronger than you already are, but I cannot increase your power beyond your latent potential. Does that mean I can't? Correct. That is beyond your reach. Damn it, then there's no point. However, the dragon says, Granola's like, okay, what's going on? So Granola's got like, I'll tell you about Granolah in a little bit. He's particularly cool. It says, it is possible for you to become the strongest if you agree to a certain condition, but that decision is up to you. And then he says, if it will make me stronger than anyone else, then I will do it, whatever it takes. And then we're off to, it looks like Beerus's planet now. So that's what's going on with, he says, whatever it takes, I'll do it. And then we jump to Beerus's planet. And you see Vegeta, and Vegeta's working with Beerus. He's holding a rock, and he's staring at the rock. He's like trying to make it work, and Beerus is reading like a magazine or some shit. And he screams, and the rock explodes, right? And that's, what's that called? What the fuck is this? So the rock explodes and Vegeta looks kind of like, pretty cool. He says, all you did was break it with a regular chi blast. This is Beerus talking to Vegeta, and Vegeta's like, what? Like, all you did was break it with a regular ki blast. When we gods use our destruction move, the target is completely erased from existence. So Beerus is teaching Vegeta to use destruction. Yes, there's a whole lot going on, and it's really awesome. And meanwhile, while Beerus is teaching Vegeta to use destruction, fucking Whis is teaching Goku to be in the ultra instinct, like, constantly. We'll get to that. So he says, Beerus says, when we gods use the destruction move, where the target is completely erased from existence, we turn something into nothing. And when matter is destroyed, it releases heaps of energy. And he does it. Boom. Explodes a piece of thing, and fuck, boom, explodes. Vegeta's like covering because Beerus exploded this tiny pebble and made it, cease to exist, and the explosion is boom, blows you back, right? Completely different than what Vegeta just did with his little pebble. And then you see this explosion off from the distance, and Goku's sitting there training under Whis. He says, damn, Lord Beerus is destroying stuff again, huh? Vegeta's pissed. Such force, The explosion's the real highlight of using destruction. It never gets old. What's that? I think he fucked up his magazine. He's pissed. So yes, magazine's all fucked up. He's like, God damn it, crud. So I burned this month's issue of God Comics. Is Lord Beerus really training Vegeta? Goku asks Whis, like, nervous. And he says, is that a problem? He says, nah, Vegeta's his own man. I'm here to polish Ultra Instinct. So Goku is slightly jealous that Vegeta is training, like, to be a destroyer god, kind of, So, maybe not jealous, but, nervous. There's this dynamic between Goku and Vegeta which I totally respect the fuck out of Vegeta for. So for the longest time, Vegeta is the baddest dude, or the baddest Saiyan, right? And then Goku comes along, and Vegeta's kind of a dick about it, but Goku just bests Vegeta every fucking time, and he's like getting way better than him at certain times, and finally in Super he kind of they're even, right? Which is good, the way it should be in my opinion. But Vegeta takes it all. He gets angry about it, but he eventually centers himself back and realizes his limitations and accepts that Goku is stronger than him, but he still doesn't fucking worry about it. He just does his own thing. He's just a bad dude. I totally, Vegeta is like my reflection in Dragon Ball. I totally think Vegeta's the best, but just like that, he's has this pride and doesn't let Goku just run away from him in terms of power. He refuses to give up, and he's just a badass. And he gets back. And I think probably this series is going to surpass Goku in a certain way, or maybe they'll just be even but different. You know what I mean? Which is kind of what they are now, anyways. That's neither here nor there. So Goku says, "Oh shit." He says, let's see. He says, "Let's see which one of us can be the strongest in the universe." Talking about Goku's talking about him or Vegeta. He says, let's go back. He says, "Nah, Vegeta's his own man. I'm here to polish Ultra Instinct. Let's see which one of us can be the strongest in the universe." I see. Keep in mind that the strongest may in fact is weak. Keep in mind that the strongest may in fact turn out to be someone else entirely. We're getting some foreshadowing here. Huh? You know someone stronger than us, Whis? And he says, "No, not specifically, but given the scope of the universe, who can say when the next powerful entity will appear? Isn't that right, Oracle Fish?" And Oracle Fish is just chilling, sleeping. And Goku's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Huh?" And the fish says, "Oh yeah, sure." Yawn. He gets up out of his bowl a bit. He says, "The strongest warrior in the universe will soon rise up." And this is like casual as fuck. "Strongest universe and the warrior will soon rise up." See? And Vegeta thinks it's talking about him because he's training with, you know. He says, "See, that would be me," Vegeta says. And the fish says, "Vegeta." Vegeta's got like a tiny pebble on his fingertip, and he makes it explode. Boom! Right? So he's working with he's finally get the destruction power working, and he destroys this tiny pebble. Boom! And they're like, "Oh shit, you did it." He's like, "Yeah, good for you, Vegeta." And he says, "Watch out. I'll soon be stronger, making blowing up bigger things, Kakarot." You know how Vegeta is. And so then we go back to Planet Cereal, and you see someone launching off the top of a mountain. Pew, pew, flying around. Pew, pew, flying left and right. And standing there, Granola's standing there watching this happen. It looks like Granola's got like, I think, it's hard to tell in the manga, but I think he's got like long green hair. Skinny dude. Kind of has a Saiyan-like face, but one of his right eye is covered with some type of focuser, like kind of like a singular, a monocle, like a monocle, but like a monocular. If that makes any sense? Kind of like sticks out a bit, like focuses. Maybe like one of those things that like looks like a diamond. It's kind of like that. It's over his right eye, and so you see Granolah standing there, and he sees this huge rock in the distance, and he puts his hand out to it, and he lifts it up. Lifts it up in the air. You know, he doesn't touch it. He just lifts it up with his key, and squeezes his hand, and boom, huge explosion, just like you would expect from Beerus. So he's clearly possibly using something very similar to destruction power. And boom, boom, boom. This is the boulder exploded. What technique was that? So he's using these techniques, doesn't even know it. So clearly he made an arrangement with the dragon, right? We don't know what the arrangement is yet, but so he's happy, right? He's got this look in his eye. It's a single eye because he can't see the other one. And you hear something. What the fuck? The guy that he lives with. So Granolah lives with this old Namekian, right? He said that was quite some shockwave. He's sleeping. He wake up. Granolah, he calls him, and he's not in the living room. He's looking around, and Granolah's not here. And the Dragon Ball, because they have a Dragon Ball in their house, Dragon Ball's gone. He says, "Don't tell me." He runs out, and he sees Granolah floating, right? "Granolah, what have you done?" He says, "Did you really use the Dragon Balls?" He says, "Yeah. The strength I've gained is unrivaled in the universe." So this is a really good manga. This is 70. Granolah has become the strongest in the universe. He used the Dragon Balls to get there. He says, "What? In the whole universe?" He says, "I can now bring down Frieza." So Granolah wants this power. That's why I wanted to start at 69 to get all this background. Granolah wants his power. He says, and I'll get into this after this episode. We'll get into everything else. He says, "I can now bring down Frieza. There had to be a condition. Don't tell me you accepted it." He says, "I did. Of all the foolish things you could have done, listen well, Granolah. There's no better way to make new enemies pop out of the woodwork than by brandishing that sort of power." He says, "Don't be ridiculous, Manito. As the greatest warrior in the universe, I can defeat any threat that comes my way. Really prideful, stupid thing to say. Don't let that power go to your head, boy. You may be the strongest today. Same thing Whis is telling Goku. You may be the strongest today, but you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Flies up into the air and he's looking around. What now? What's going on? And he says, I'm not detecting Frieza's presence on any nearby planets. What was that? That's a power you have now. He says, I'll have to ask Alec for Frieza's location. Pew! He zooms off. Wait, Granolah! And he trips over a rock and falls down. He says, what have I done? I've upended his life once again. Now he's blaming himself for Granolah. Well, maybe, I don't know. Obviously, maybe this guy created the Dragon Ball. He should have maybe got rid of it, not told Granolah about it. I don't remember how Granolah found out about it. I don't remember that part. So, you see Granola's in the city now. He's flying a spaceship. Why? Oh, because he's leaving the planet. So he leaves the planet. He's going to look for this dude named Alec, and that's where we leave him. Now we're back, and you see Whis, and it's almost like Whis is actually watching Granolah. Really well written, well illustrated. So Whis is thinking, apparently, and it says, you see Vegeta and Goku in the background arguing with the fish. The universe's greatest warrior's got to be me, right, Oracle Fish? And Vegeta says, obviously me. Answer us, fish. And the fish says, you know, pulls his eye and says, I'm not going to tell you violent brutes a darn thing. Blech. And he says, don't be so stingy. Goku says, you know the truth, don't you? He says, maybe, you know. So the fish takes off with his bowl. They fly out of there. See ya. And if Goku says, get back here. And Whis is clearly deep in thought, like completely not looking at them at all. He's looking into his staff, and you can see Granolah spaceship in his staff. His staff has like crystal ball on the top of it with a halo. Whis is looking into it, clearly can see what's going on. And right now, Whis is, I have a Dragon Ball calendar up on my wall, and Whis is in the calendar for this month, which is, Whis is a bad dude. Not quite as cool as his sister, which I can't think of her name right now. But anyways, it's not very important. So anyways, now we see Granolah, and he's cutting his hair. His hair is real long. Now he cuts it short, almost the same as like Goku's and Vegeta's. Interesting, right? He's got his eye thing off. Kind of looks like an elf almost, a bit. He's not much really different looking than, say, Whis' face. Really. Sploosh is washing his face. I see. Whis says he's watching Granolah put his eye thing back on his head. He says, so that's what's happened. This may cause some turmoil, Whis says. 2 days later, the Heaters base. So the Heaters is where they're like bounty hunters that Granolah works for. So he goes to the Heaters base. These are some outlaws, right? And he says, sir, you see Granolah walking past the guard. You can't go in there right now. Granolah opens the door, confident as fuck. He's a bad man now. And there's just chicks dancing, and they're putting on a show for the Heaters. There's one dude is drinking, the other dude's sitting in a throne. He's got some chicks sitting to the side of him, but there's another Heater, you know, and then one of them is sitting there on guard, and he looks pissed. He says, Granolah, we're in the middle of a show. What do you want? He's clearly a bad dude. He comes and he says, tell me where Frieza is. The music is playing. He looks pissed. That again? Why do you think I could possibly be... He says, that again? Why do I think it could possibly be anything else? And he makes him stop playing the music and get the fuck out of here. You know, like I said, you ain't strong enough to handle Frieza. Get the fuck out of here. You're wrong. I am. I am now the strongest universe. I am now the strongest universe. Dang it. Let me try this one more time. He says, I am now the strongest warrior in the universe. And they laugh. In the whole universe, huh? Did you have a nice dream or something? Looks like his obsession with revenge has finally made him snap. Big dude says, sorry, Granolah, we've got a packed schedule today. We were just about to sit down for dinner, so come back later. We'll hear all about your silly dream then. I was getting angry. It wasn't a dream. I am the strongest in the universe. Tell me what I want to know. And he says, Oil, see our friend out. The leader talking to the big guy. His name is Oil. He says, Oil, see our friend out. He says, you got it. Yeah, buzz off already, Granolah. No one likes a party pooper. And Granolah looks pretty pissed. I guess he probably knew this was going to happen. So the dude's about to knock Granolah out, right? He's like, gotta say goodnight, Granolah. He swings a big fist at Granolah. Just dodges like slightly to the left. Like, makes the dude look silly and just taps him. Boop. One finger touches him on the side. Boom! Dude fucking falls back. Bam! Right? Flying. He goes flying. Everyone's like, oh shit. He bashes into the wall. He goes right past everybody. He hits him so hard that one finger just tapped him. Boop, just tapped him. Guy goes flying. Big dude into the wall. Crashes up the wall. They're like, oh shit. What the fuck happened to you, Granolah? So, Granolah's standing there like, yeah, that's what's up. And then the next guy, the chick that was sitting next to the leader, she's kind of an enforcer type, right? And then there's another even badder dude, small dude behind her, right? And she goes, huh, how'd he do that? As I said, I've gotten stronger. And the leader says, clearly you're not just full of hot air. And chick says, you good, Oil? And get up, Oil. He says, and fight him. Yeah. I'd be happy to see what you're made of, Granolah, the boss says. He cracks his neck, and they say, fight! Oil comes charging at him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gets up big, right? And he hands up in the air, tries to smash Granolah into the ground. Big dude, right? Granolah just like flips over his head, and then he kicks him in the face. Whop! And then he bounces off of him, right? And his face is all bruised up. And he tries to catch Granolah with another haymaker. Granolah just dodges it. Ultra Instinct looking backflip, just like Goku would do. Just doop, no problem. Disappears, handles his movements, and you're like, damn, that's kind of Ultra Instinct-y, right? And so you can see this dude has got some real power. You're like, what the fuck? How's he dodging every blow? You know, like how Goku does. And dude's charging at him, and he's just backing up, moving away. Can't touch him. Can't touch him. Can't touch him. Jumps up in the air, boom, key blasts him. But doesn't hit the dude, right? So the dude's like, ha ha ha. But then now there's a huge hole underneath him. And the floor opens up and he falls through the floor. He says, yeesh. Oil's getting his ass handed to him. This is enough of this, Elec. You're not my enemy. Elec is the boss. And he says, don't count us out just yet, Granolah. You done, Oil? Yeah. Maki's gonna tag in. So Maki is the girl, I think, with the guy, Oil. He jumps up out of the floor, holding the piece of floor on his head. And he says, you little pest like you's got nothing on me. And he throws the floor, this huge piece of floor that fell at him, right? Granolah stands there and turns it to dust. Trying to see if he uses the destruction power. It's hard to tell from here. It looks like he more or less just turned it to dust. He didn't use destruction on it because it would have, exploded the whole fucking place. And they say, and then the chick, Maki says, is that magic you're tossing around? I'll rip you apart to see what you're made of. She's a bad chick, right? So she, her hands are like glowing. She jumps at him. He turns sideways and he's dodging. He does dodge. Flips, spins around her, and he grabs her, ties her hands while she doesn't even notice. And he's got her tied up and pulls her up in the air and flings her. And so he's flinging her in the air, right? And he's got her hands tied. She can't do shit. And that's when the last guy, the little big dude, the little badass dude, he comes out. He cuts the rope so she's free. And his name is Gas, right? She says, thanks, Gas. Stay on your toes. He's the real deal. They say about Granolah. Gas is eyeballing Granolah. Granolah's eyeballing Gas. And he says, no need to join the fight, Gas. Just stand down. That's enough. We got a glimpse of his power. Elec says, probably knowing. I don't know what he's knowing. But he knows he doesn't have to fight Granolah. They're not there for a fight. Anyways, he just wants to know where Vegeta's at. Not Vegeta. Frieza. So he says, Granolah, I know you've gotten stronger as of late, but anyone can see there's something strange about your big power-up. What happened to you? He says, it's not for you to know. So then why should I tell you where Frieza is? If you screw us in this quest for revenge, we'll be the ones with targets on our backs. we're gonna need some assurance that you're more than a match for Frieza. He says, fine, I used the Dragon Balls. And they're like, the what? And he says, so the planet Cereal has its own Dragon Balls, and it does. Right. And that's how you became the strongest in the universe, exactly. He says, now that's just plain dirty, Oil says. And the girl is pissed. He says, and then Alexa's good. That's all I needed to hear. Keep your shirt on. We don't know where Frieza is exactly. Finding that out is going to take some time. Go home and cool your head, and we'll be in touch. So he probably really does know where Frieza is, but he's a manipulating type dude. He's a smart dude. So he's not telling him right now. He wants to use Granolah for his own advantage for sure. So he says, fine, make it quick. I don't have much time to spare. And he says, huh? Is that so? You want to elaborate? And he says, I don't. He says, I don't have very long to live. He didn't say I don't want to elaborate. He says, I don't have very long to live. What do you mean? You're only around 50, right? Aren't Cerealians supposed to live like 2 centuries? He says, so this is where you learn about what happened between him and the dragon. He says, I sacrificed my remaining 150 years in exchange for this power. I said, what? He says, and it shows him standing in front of the dragon. And the dragon says, I am able to amplify your current strength by condensing any and all power you could have accumulated in your lifetime. I was going to do a dragon voice, but I stopped. And he says, what do you mean? Not that I could do a dragon voice anyways. But he says, I'm able to multiply your current strength by condensing any and all power you could have accumulated in your life. What do you mean? By shortening your lifespan. You can become the greatest in the universe. How many years will I have left to live if I agree to this? And the dragon says, a smile on his face. 3, looks like a scary dragon. So, you sacrifice your life just to beat Frieza? That's insane. Maki says, I'll be waiting on Alec, and he walks out the door and they're just kind of watching him walk away. He's obsessed with killing Frieza. So, takes his ship and he leaves their base. They sit down to have dinner, right? And then Oil says, what are we going to do, Alec? You going to tell him where Frieza's at? If he ices Frieza for us, we can do our job without having to kiss that jerk's butt. Not a bad deal, right? Maki says. This is idiot. Granolah takes Frieza out, he'll just take his place as the next big boss, and that throne belongs to us, the Heaters. She says, oh shit, you're right. Duh, he's probably out to destroy Frieza's army too, and that would be bad for us. Yeah, since our goal, this is the dude, quiet dude, can't think of his name, the small dude, the badass dude. He says, yeah, since our goal, the end is to control that army. His name is Gas. It's exactly Gas. We'll have more opportunities than ever with Frieza's notorious forces under our thumb. Speaking of scheming with Frieza's guys to attack Planet Cereal led to scheming with Frieza's guys to attack Planet Cereal led to a real nice payday for us. They're talking about in the past, I suppose, those ignorant Shigarians handed over a small fortune for those planet. Bunch of dumb chumps. Don't forget that Frieza's still our business partner, so we can't have him getting bumped off just yet, Alex says. Maki says, so what is our next move? He says, Granola's gonna have to die. How are we supposed to do that now that he's the strongest in the universe, Oil says. He says, I got an idea. Drink some wine. They're like, what? And he slams it down. He says, we'll use the Saiyans. So that... They say, those guys? You mean the 2 who took down Moro? Based on 7-3's data, those Saiyans are really strong. We'll pit them against each other 2-on-1. I get it. Granola's got a grudge against the Saiyans too, so he'll be itching to fight some warriors from that tribe. Bingo. He says, universe is strongest or not, if he's up against that pair, and he stabs his food with 2 knives, this is game over for him. Granola's leaving. It says at last. It shows Granolah at last. It shows Goku. Fate will ring. And shows Vegeta with Beerus. These 3 together. So that's the long and short of Manga 70. Find out that Granolah has the past. The Saiyans under Frieza destroyed his home planet. He still lives there, right? But the planet has been given to these other people called the Shigarians. So, so he's looking for Frieza. He's the strongest in the universe, and he sacrificed. What the dragon did was condensed all the power he could have accumulated in the rest of his 150 years, and gave it to him now. So the power that he has pushed him above Goku, above Vegeta, but at the cost of he only has 3 more years to live. So that's that, and so that's that. And he hates Frieza, and he hates Saiyans as well. So that's what's going on there. We're gonna jump to Manga 71. And if anybody's here talking, I can't see you. So I'm reading from my phone, and I don't know if anybody's saying anything. I don't know if anybody's here listening. But anyways, I got this all on. I wanted to put this on anyways, so we're gonna just keep going with it. So 71, The Heater's Plan, written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyotaru. It says, Whis standing over Goku. Goku's praying. He says, "Tell me, what is the difference between us angels and you, Goku?" He says, "What, I don't have a halo?" Whis is fucking irritated. Whis says, you see Whis' staff come flying from behind him, right? Whis dodges it, right? And the staff, boom, 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 comes and whacks Goku right in the head. Goku screams, and the staff falls to the floor. Ow! It's that we are always in the Ultra Instinct state, while you, on the other hand, says, yeah, I know, I gotta transform first to use Ultra Instinct. My body doesn't just dodge stuff on its own, right? It's not exactly. He says, it's that you're equating Ultra Instinct to a transformation. And this is some groundbreaking shit right here, right? He says, not exactly. You're equating Ultra Instinct to a transformation. He says, when your heart is calm, your body should move on its own no matter what form you're in. Basically, and then Whis goes on to display some. His staff is spinning. Bump, 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 bump. It's like those basketball, the globe, all the globetrotters, the things spinning around, and Whis is doing some fancy shit like dun 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 dun. It's easy to do, yeah, no problem, right? And so Whis does all this thing, spins his staff around, staff spinning on his shoulder, it's spinning on his fingers, it's spinning on his neck. He just flips it up in the air, all badass, and he flings it around, boom, 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 like it's a weapon now, and then he throws it back up in the air, and then he catches it, right? So basically, Whis is always Ultra Instinct, right? He's always in that state, and you don't have to. Your heart is calm, your body will move on its own. So you're saying I got to figure out how to use Ultra Instinct in my normal form. This is kind of just like when he became Super Saiyan. The first thing he needed to do after becoming Super Saiyan, which we should have known, right? First thing he had to do after he became Super Saiyan, he needed to learn how to be in Super Saiyan all the time. It's one of the first things they did after going there. They trained constantly. We need to be able to maintain Super Saiyan form all the time. So they just stayed in Super Saiyan form. Basically what he's telling them now. So you're saying I got to figure out how to use Ultra Instinct in my normal form. He says, yes, doing that will free you of the stamina drain that is creating a time limit. Gotcha. It does tend to cause a lot of trouble for me that way. And he says, as for the full transformation that accompanies Ultra Instinct, let's set that aside as for a last resort when the battle demands you surpass your limit. So there's like implying clearly that there is something further than Ultra Instinct here. He says, this is probably going to take a while. And then Whis says, about that, I don't know if time's going to be on your side. He says, huh? Why is that? And Vegeta overhears this too while he's balancing a huge boulder on his head. He says, this concerns you too, Vegeta. And what is it? While training, your rivals should be yourselves from the previous day. And I love this right here. This is how I treat anything I do. While training, your rival should be yourself from the previous day. Work hard to grow stronger than your past selves. You're never against anybody else. Your goal is to be better than you were the day before. Oh, I love that. And then there's a question mark over Vegeta's head. He says, yeah, that's the plan, to get stronger every day. Goku says, kinda, yeah, we train daily, so naturally we grow stronger. Is this meant to be some nugget of wisdom? They're not really taking it seriously. It says, I say this just in case. Not long ago, something odd in the universe happened. So, does this have something to do with us? Hang on, is a really strong enemy about to show up? Goku's happy as fuck. And he says, an enemy, I'm not so sure. And they're not really know what to take of it. And he's looking up in the sky, and now we're back. Planet Cereal, and Granolah is landing his ship back home. And, are you going back to the old man's place? Someone says in his ear. Who's talking to him? He says, I can't return until Frieza is defeated. I'll wait here for word from Alec. Will he be okay on his own, the old man? Maybe he's thinking, maybe it's his conscience. And it says it's fine. And he looks, and he can see the old man. He can see really far with his eye. He's got to really, could see super far with his eye, so he zooms in. And you can see the house, and then you can see the house closer. Then you can see old man sitting there through the window. Now you can see the old man having his coffee or whatever. And he looks okay. Looks upset, but he looks fine. He says, I keep an eye on him from here. So I see, bright eyes even stronger now. Oil, Mackie, Alex says. Before jetting off to Earth, pay Zuno a visit to get some intel. And you can see they're loading up a heater ship. And we just gotta ask where the Saiyans are, right? Yeah, that's important too. But you need to find out a few other things. Yeah, we've got the other questions jotted down. He says, Oil, says the big guy. Do you mind if we ask him what shop sells the tastiest grub rolls in the universe? And he says, go nuts. Ask whatever you want, as long as you follow the plan. Sweet. So they leave the heater base, and Alec is left there with Gas. Gas is bad. Alec is the leader, and Gas is his strongest fighter, the little dude. He says, Gas says to Alec, how will we get the Saiyans where we want them? This is a great question for Zuno. Everyone has a weakness. Whatever theirs is, we probably have the capital to exploit it. Is all this really necessary just to deal with Granolah? Gas says, he says supposedly he's the mightiest warrior now. So just in case, yeah, this is how we're gonna deal with him. He looks down, he still said, I guess he wanted to fight him, right? He can get to fight him. He says, what's wrong, Gas? He says, I wish you would let me fight him as well. He touches him on the shoulder. He says, I got no doubts about how strong you are. You might have even won that fight. But I'd hate to think about the worst case scenario. Your moment to fight is yet to come. Listen, you're the only member of this family who can surpass Frieza himself. So, he's still not happy. It's just relax. The wind's blowing our way now. If everything goes nice and smooth when the dust settles, supreme force in the universe will be the heaters. He's got a grin on his face. A few weeks later, the ship that left the heater base with Oil and Maki on it arrives at Lord Zuno's planet. And Maki is pissed. She yells, why should I have to kiss you? And there's this goofy looking weird dude, right? Big goofy guy. And he says, no question may be asked without an offering. And come on, Maki, Alec will be mad if we don't get answers. And she said, then you kiss him, Oil. And Lord Zuno will not accept a kiss from the portly man. And she's like, God damn it. Fine. She walks up, and you better come through for us. And she kisses him on the cheek. And he's all, oh yeah, whatever. And she's, bah, feisty women are my type. I shall answer 10 of your questions, he says. And she's, oh shit, okay. You hear that, Maki? Those tasty grub rolls will be ours. And she says, what a load of crap. Give me Alec's notes, Oil. Get with the times, creep. Ever heard of harassment, she says. Meanwhile, Goku's in an Ultra Instinct state. Whis is whipping his staff at him, and Goku's dodging it. Right, boom, boom, jumps over it. Nothing touches him. Easy peasy. Whis is making the staff dance. You know, boom, boom, he's trying to whack him. Goku's just dodging it. And Goku puts a finger out, touches the staff on the end of the halo, and stops it. Pushes it to the side. It goes flying. And Whis brings it right back from behind him. Goku jumps up, and now he stops it with his foot, and he's balancing. The beam, the staff is perfectly straight up out of the earth. Goku's standing on top of it now, balanced. Whis looks happy. Goku's got his thumbs up. And Goku and Vegeta's training continues, it says, and it shows Vegeta standing under a waterfall, looking up at it, and you see a tree, like a log, flying over the waterfall. It's coming down the water, and it comes over the edge, and Vegeta's standing at the bottom, and the branch comes down, and as it comes down, Vegeta jumps up towards it, boom, hits it with destruction, bang, and it explodes, right? And then another one comes off behind him, and he jumps back and boom, hits that one too. And then they're coming faster, boom, 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 and he's pow, 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 and making them all blow up. Explosions, explosions, explosions. And you see now it shows you on top of the waterfall, Beerus is sitting there with soda. He's throwing logs into the water to fall down at Vegeta at random times, so he could work on his, Beerus is training Vegeta to use his destruction power. And he's doing that, and all of a sudden, this huge fucking, like, biggest tree you've ever seen comes flying over the edge of it, and Vegeta's like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? I mean, huge, like, way bigger than the damn river was. And it's coming down at Vegeta, right? And he's like, oh shit, this is how Beerus should totally train you. Beerus would make it go intense. You're right, he'd be normal, and all of a sudden he'd be super crazy. And it's huge, and Vegeta explodes it, right? And puts a huge fucking hole in the planet. Big ass hole in the planet. Vegeta's able to use destruction power. Big hole in the planet. The entire river is fucking gone. Beerus punches him in the head. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? And so some time has passed, and the Maki and Oil are heading back to the Eater base. And having asked Zuno for Goku and Vegeta's weaknesses, Oil and Maki finally arrived on Earth. Oh, they're going to Earth now. So they're going to meet Vegeta and Goku on Earth. So they went and talked to Zuno, and they got Vegeta and Goku's weaknesses. Now they're going to meet Vegeta and Goku on Earth. And you see Chi-Chi, and Maki is standing there with Oil outside of Chi-Chi's house. And who are you folks exactly? Pals of my Goku? And they said, no, we never actually met your husband. We have a request for him. Well, I'll have you know that he hasn't been home for months. Might we ask you to summon here for us? Maki says, we've heard that Goku is one to defy your commands. And she says, I was hoping he'd show his face around here again soon. The cash we got from Hercules running dry, so my Goku's got to find some work soon. And Oil says, where's that Maki? Maki says, money troubles, is it? We've got the perfect job for your husband. Chi-Chi's intrigued. Beerus's planet back there. Goku's still training. And Bulma is calling Whis. Vegeta and Goku there. We've got some guests asking for them. And Vegeta's guests. Who are they? Skeptical. Pair of aliens, Bulma says, by the looks of them. Apparently there's some villain they want you to beat. They're acting all nice, playing nice, their best like dresses on and look fancy. Maki is, Oil is dressed up, necklace on, and Goku's is a villain. And he says, we're about outside a capsule core. And he says, listen up, Goku. They're gonna pay you to beat this guy. Chi-Chi says, training's one thing, but it doesn't put a roof over our heads. You need to bring home the bacon now and then. Shit, you're there too, Chi-Chi? Sure thing, I'm on my way home right now. Vegeta says, tell us more about this new enemy. They say he just popped up and he's the strongest in the universe. Hard to believe that title wouldn't have gone to one of you two, though. And you know that right there. That's all they had to say. This guy's the strongest in the universe. Now Vegeta's like, what? Goku's like, what? And you think this guy is the one that Oracle Fish was talking about? Whis is like, that may be the case, possibly. I find it hard to believe that Whis doesn't know exactly what's going on, but maybe he doesn't. But it says, well, you know, the angels aren't supposed to interfere with human shit anyways. Even if Whis does know, he's not allowed to tell them. Well, shall I send them away? Bulma says, should I send them away? And he says, Jesus says, no, I intend to fight. None shall claim the title of the universe strongest without my say, Vegeta says. No need for you to come, he tells Goku. I love Vegeta, man. He says, Goku, fuck you, bro. You don't need to go. You just stay here. I'll handle this shit. And he says, no way I'm going to. Strongest in the universe, that gets me hyped up. You know Goku, he just wants to fight. I love Vegeta, that's my dude. They'll do it. Bulma tells them it'll be a half hour before they're back home. You mind waiting around? Of course, no thank you. This will save lives of so many poor, helpless people. I'm beside myself with relief. May we borrow your restroom? It's down the hall to the right, she says. And so they're walking through Capsule Court. Now they don't look so innocent. They got the, you know. And Oil says, that went great, Mackie. Am I the only actor in this family you pitch into? She says. Anyway, next up is, and then Reese is talking to Vegeta and Goku. But we don't know what next up is for Mackie. It cuts off there. She's in the Capsule Core walking around looking for the bathroom with Oil. That's what she says she's doing, at least. I don't really know. And so Whis is going to take an express ride to Earth, is it? And Vegeta says, yes, please. Goku looks like he's stretching. He says, woohoo, it's been way too long since a real battle. He's ready. Beerus is fishing. And after all this training, there's no way I'll lose to anyone, Goku says. You'll all see how my training's paid off. Goku says he's stretching. Beerus looks irritated with him. Beerus says to Vegeta, hey Vegeta. Oh, this is one of the best parts of the manga. So Beerus is irritated with Goku saying, there's no way this dude's going to beat me. There's no way I'll lose to anyone. And you'll see how my training's paid off. And Beerus is getting irritated. You can overhear this. And he says, hey Vegeta, take this. And he hands Vegeta an earring. Oh shit. So this is the picture that's actually on my YouTube page. This is my picture. The picture Vegeta gets handed the earring from Beerus, right? I said, what the fuck is this? He says, you stick it on your ear. It's a symbol of those who can use destruction. And he points to his own ear, and you can see that Beerus is in fact wearing the same earring. He says, now get out of there and prove that the God's Destruction signature move is more stronger than the Angel technique. And he says, very well. And Whis is happy to hear this. Whis says, oh, in that case, then I shall bring back this mark as well. And he takes out a marker and he writes an angel marking on Goku's gi. Yeah, so now it's, I can't read it, obviously. I have no idea what it says, but I assume it says angel or something like that. Or the angel power, that ultra instinct, something like that. So Goku is now wearing a symbol of the angels. Vegeta is now wearing a symbol of the Destroyer God. Yeah, it's badass. That same picture, and they show the picture that you'll see on my my YouTube page, my profile picture. It's Vegeta putting the earring on. He's looking at the earring. So it's, what the heck, Whis? You throwing down the gauntlet? And he says, I believe you threw it first, Lord Beerus. And they're smiling. And this is, calm down, Lord Beerus. I have no intention of losing to Kakarot, Vegeta says, and puts the earring on. And Beerus is happy. He says, you're going to eat those words, Goku says to Vegeta. Your mutual beneficial rivalry is all well and good, but excess confidence may be your doom, Whis says. Huh? Is this new guy really that nasty? He says, I cannot speak for his nastiness because he only just appeared. And they're like, what? She says, I cannot intervene in affairs of the mortal realm. But I will leave you with that warning. Let's recap it again. It says, your mutually beneficial rivalry is all well and good, but excess confidence may be your doom. I suspect this is more foreshadowing, obviously, from Whis. And he says, I cannot speak to his nastiness because he only just appeared, and I cannot intervene in affairs of the mortal realm, but I will leave you with that warning. Now shall we be off? And he takes his staff, him, Vegeta, and Goku are off to Earth. Beerus says, finally, peace and quiet, time for some decent sleep. Beerus loves to sleep, and the fish, Oracle Fish, is watching. He says, uh-oh, there they go, not that I care. I guess the fish does care, I don't know, maybe he doesn't like them, who knows. They were harassing the fish a bit. It shows us back at Capsule Corps, and of course, fucking Maki is going through Bulma's shit in Capsule Corps, and she has found a dragon radar. He said, yes, here it is, the dragon radar. Zuno's intel hasn't steered us wrong yet. Nothing is showing up. Could it be busted? Maybe it's Zuno said about how Earth's Dragon Balls turned into stone for a whole year after someone uses them. I bet that's what happened. So it's right, but he also told us that Cereal's balls don't turn into stone. Exactly. So as soon as we find them, they're RCOs. Chi-Chi sees them in this other room, and she says, hey, you two. And they're like, oh shit, yes ma'am, how can we be of service? She wants to know that the pay for this job better not be in that fancy space money of yours. Stuff's useless here on Earth. Would you accept payment in sky gold then? I believe that has value even on your planet. She says, gold? That'll do nicely. In that case, we're prepared to pay you your weight in sky gold, man. You mean it? I better start fattening myself up, she says. Chi-Chi's always thinking about money. Chi-Chi used to be such a good fighter, too. So it says, 30 minutes later, they're all on Earth, and they're waving goodbye to Whis. And Whis is gone. And Bulma tells the Maki and Oil while they're eating, she says they're here. Maki and Oil run out. You must be Goku and Vegeta. Yep, you're the ones having trouble with some bad guy. Vegeta looks skeptical. Goku looks happy. She says, yes, and we're hoping you two can eliminate our problem. Vegeta, well, where is he? Where's the pest claiming to be the strongest in the universe? And on a planet some distance away, but we can bring you there on our ship. Sounds good, Goku says. Don't push yourself, Goku. If things look hairy, you should turn tail. I'll be fine. It's not like Earth is in danger this time around. And Bulma, you two, Vegeta, be careful. He says, I know. Well, shall we get going? The dastardly Granolah awaits on planet Cereal. So they get into the ship, and the ship's facilities are yours to enjoy. And Goku's like, nice, and it is a nice ship. You can see islands and stars. There's a luxury swimming pool with a bar, lounge chairs and palm trees, and a nice stone pool deck. And Vegeta and Goku are looking over it all. And Vegeta says, how long until we reach this planet? And they say, it'll take 18 days. And he says, Goku says, yeesh, that's far. What's the food situation like? Oil tells him, our gourmet chef can cook up anything you like, just name it. And then Goku says, I thought we'd be stuck eating flavorless space food again. If there's anything else you need, please don't hesitate to ask. And then Vegeta says, you certainly have a luxurious ship for a tribe whose planet is being ravaged by some great destroyer. He's skeptical. That's what I like about Vegeta. I like everything about Vegeta, let's be real. And he says, that's because you two are our saviors. It's only natural that we prepare a special ship just for you two. And as I'm grateful I can continue training then. They're satisfied, his suspicion clenched. He says, so about that food, let's start with that. I'm starving, Goku says, surprised. And the ship keeps flying. Goku's eating. You know how Goku does. There's plates everywhere. Goku's still eating. And while Goku's eating, Vegeta is training underwater. He's in the pool and he's fighting. Vegeta gives zero fucks. That dude is just training all the time. And they're watching them from the captain's chair. They're keeping an eye on them, right? Phone rings. Planet Cereal. Ring ring. There's a ringing. They're calling Granolah. Looks like Mackie is calling Granolah. And it says, "It's Mackie. Sorry for the wait, Granolah." He says, "Good. I was running out of patience." "Well, do you have it? Frieza's location," he says. She says, "Yep, we finally found him." He says, "Really? Where?" "I'm ready to ship out right now." He says, "The thing is, our scouting squad screwed up on this one. They let it slip that you're gunning for Frieza's head." And they're like, "What?" Granola's like, "What?" She says, "Word is, 2 of Frieza's assassins are making for cereal right now." And she's got a picture of Goku eating and a picture of Vegeta training. And she sends it to Granolah. And he says, "Members of Frieza's army are coming for me?" She says, "We think so. Sorry about that." He says, "No, this works in my favor. This is fine. The perfect chance for me to strike back." He says, "And beat Frieza's location out of them directly." So she says, "Gee, what a great idea." Like she didn't plan it the whole time. "And one more thing you should know." He says, "Yes, these 2 goons are apparently members of that extinct Saiyan tribe." Now he's fucking, "What?" He says, "Yes, there were a few survivors, huh?" He says, "There are Saiyans who are still alive. That tribe drove the Cerealians to extinction." And that's what they say anyway. But you got this, buddy. We'll be in touch. And they're just laughing. Ha ha ha. Just as planned. And the last bit has gotten his attention, just like we thought. So you see Granolah. He's standing outside of his ship now, and he floats up into the sky. And he's looking everywhere because you know he can see super far around, right? And he says, "Saiyans are coming to my planet once again. It's been 50 years overdue, but revenge will finally be mine." So that's a good one, and that will end manga 71, I believe. Yeah. So let's just recap quickly there. So Goku and Vegeta have trained on Beerus' planet, and Vegeta is essentially a destroyer. Well, he's like a destroyer god now. He's, he uses the same destructive force that Beerus uses, and Goku is not quite managed Ultra Instinct in his normal form, right? But he's certainly might have a power stronger than Ultra Instinct right now, or at least another version of it. And they're coming to this planet thinking that they're going to this planet to free this planet from this evil guy named Granolah, who's been terrorizing the whole planet. They're being brought there as saviors of the planet to help out. And so that's what they think they're going to do. They're going to fight this super strong dude on this planet that he's been terrorizing. That's why they're there. And he thinks that they're coming there as members of Frieza's army to assassinate him because they found out that he wants to kill Frieza. So they're already on a path against each other. And there's more for it for Granolah, because Granolah actually already hates the Saiyans, because I guess Granolah is a Cerealian, and it used to be Planet Cereal. Well, it still is Planet Cereal, but all the Cerealians were killed 50 years ago or whatever by the Saiyans, and they sold it to the Shigarians. So he lives there among the Shigarians, him and then the Namekian that he lives with at the old man's house. And then the planet is basically inhabited by the Shigarians. So anyways, let's move straight into Dragon Ball Super Manga 72. And this is the last one we're going to do for today. So, excuse me. Chapter 72, Saiyans and Cerealian. Written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyo Teru. And 18 days later, they arrive on Planet Cerealian. The group landed on Planet Cereal. So this is Planet Cereal, Goku says. Seems peaceful enough, Vegeta thinks. The bad guy is lurking beyond that mountain, and Mackie says she's got her dress on, trying to look all damsel in distress like. And I don't sense a massive key signatures. Maybe he's suppressing his power. We do that. Vegeta says, getting any closer could be risky, so we'll hang back here. We do hope you understand. Mackie says, Goku, sure, we'll handle it. And they take off. Boom, boom. Good luck, you two, she calls. And they take off, and she's laughing. Perfect. Go spy on their battle oil. And he says, got it. And he takes some type of gadget. And he says, I'll give you the play-by-play. You know, wait here, Mackie? She says, yeah, because I just got word that they're about to arrive. Elec and Gas. So Elec and Gas are about to be there as well. And you see their planet is flying towards Serial. They're standing in the bridge of the ship, and they can see the planet. And he says, I haven't been back here for 40 years, Elec says to Gas. Gas says, my memories of this planet are not particularly good ones. It's fine, Gas. You've changed a lot since then. It won't be like last time. Something's happened here, huh? Right, of course, he says. And Goku and Vegeta are flying. And they're far away. They're still far away from Granolah, right? And he says, do you think this is where the big villain went on a rampage? Goku looks down and he says, I doubt it. These ruins appear quite old. Vegeta's smart. Meanwhile, these new cities don't appear to be attacked at all. Shit's not adding up. Vegeta's head, you know? He's just... This guy's supposed to be rampaging. These new cities look just fine. This fucking old shit is old. This isn't new. There's no damage here that's new. They're flying and they're looking, right? And there's a glint. And you see something off in the distance, and Goku's spider sense starts tingling. And he dodges. Boom! And there's a fucking key beam. Pew! Shoots right past him. And it's like, damn! He's like, that fuck? What the fuck was that? They're like, huh? And then pew 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 pew, and he says, "What the? Is it him?" And they're dodging, right? And there's just key, choo choo choo, like a sniper shooting at them. And he says, "These blasts are deadly accurate. I can barely dodge them." Goku says, "It says trace them to the origin." Vegeta says, "That's where we'll find them." Vegeta powers up, boom, right? He goes Super Saiyan. Goku's still in Ultra Instinct in his normal form, I suppose, trying to dodge like Vegeta has, or like Whis taught him. And it's the bullets stop, right? And Vegeta says, stay sharp, expect more. And Goku... No. Goku just goes into Ultra Instinct now. So he goes into his Ultra Instinct without powering up. You can see he's still the same, but his eyes are closed, right? So Vegeta's Super Saiyan, and there's another glint. Boom! He says, there! So they take off. Pew! So they're flying after him. They're trying to fly toward these key blasts. Vegeta is weaving in and out of the blasts, watching them come in, right? And Goku's just flying. And Vegeta's having a hard time dodging them. Goku's eyes are still closed. And that's where he should be. And they get close and he's not there. They're like, what the fuck? And they land there. They're like, damn, there's no one here. What gives? And Vegeta says those shots were definitely coming from this spot, and they're looking around, and there's a glint above their head, and Vegeta's spider sense goes off, and it hits on the ground next to him. They dodge, pew, right? Pum, 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 pum. And Goku says they're coming from above. Boom, 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 boom. Shots keep coming, right? They're dodging. And Vegeta's Super Saiyan, Goku's Ultra Instinct in its normal form, I suppose. And pop, and they're flying. Shots are coming from everywhere, right? They're above them, and they're dodging. Vegeta almost gets hit. Goku almost gets hit. And there's just many more coming. Just cheese shooting at him like a gun. Pop. Bullets ringing out, right? And Vegeta's dodging, Goku's dodging, and they're fucking from the ground again. So the guy's already on the ground again. They fly up, catch him, and he's on the ground again. He says, you're saying he's moving faster than we can even keep up with? But that's not... Boom, Goku gets hit. He's dead. He's not dead. He's damn near dead. He gets hit, right? So Goku gets hit. He falls to the ground. Vegeta's like, oh shit, Kakarot. And he falls to the ground. Thud. He hits the ground. Vegeta flies over to him. And he says... And Goku's hit. And he struck a vital point with such accuracy from that far away. It's crazy. Damn it. Vegeta's pissed. He grabs a Senzu bean. I hate to use one of our Senzu beans before we've even seen the fucking enemy. He says, eat up, you. We only brought 2 beans with us. Why? I don't know. But they did. Only brought 2. Goku eats the beans. He says, sorry, Vegeta. Just get up. The attack could resume at any second. You rely on Ultra Instinct too much. If you haven't perfected it yet, stop dodging that way and use your mind. Because Vegeta's dodged everything, right? He had a hard time with it, but he's done it. He's pissed. Goku's fucking up. He says, yeah, you're right. It's Goku. Boom. He goes Ultra. He goes Super Saiyan. So now they're both Super Saiyan, right? And there he is. Boom. Goku shoots a beam. Boom. Shoots Ki Blast at him. And it's going straight at him. He's letting him see them now, right? So they can see him, and the Ki Blast gets closer, 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 and it looks like it just goes straight through him, right? And now he's standing behind Goku. Vegeta sees him there. Goku, I suppose Goku knows he's there now as well. He's right behind him, and it's instant teleportation. Fuck. No, it's even faster than that. How is it? It's so funny. It's faster than instant. It's negative time. Anyways, it's faster than instant teleportation. He uses, what the fuck is that? He says, I have no name for the technique. It's just a small fraction of the power that elevated me to the strongest in the universe. And they're like, what? So you're the one running his mouth about being the strongest, Vegeta says. And he says, I am Granolah, the last of the Cerealians. And Goku says, Cerealians? Vegeta, you ever heard of them? He says, no, I can't say that I have heard of them. And that kind of pisses him off. And he says, you may not know us, but I know your kind all too well, Saiyans. And they're like, huh, how does he know us, you know? So there really were some survivors. He says, you hold some grudge against us Saiyans, Vegeta? Vegeta's smart. You hold some grudge against us Saiyans. And he doesn't say anything. He just flies up in there. And I was looking down at them. Why should I tell you? Either way, your tribe is fated to meet its end here. Confidence. They're like, damn. And he's about to shoot a Ki Blast at him again. And they're like, oh shit, he's about to attack, right? And boom, he hits him. Huge explosion. And oil is behind some rock quite a distance away. He said, damn, Granolah did all that. And there's a huge hole in the ground. And Vegeta and Goku are both flying away. He said, that was a close one. Did you see that move, Vegeta? It was similar to destruction. So the guy's using, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, he's using similar techniques to the destruction of the gods and the Ultra Instinct. This guy can do both of the things that Vegeta and Goku can do. And he says, does that mean he can use our techniques? And he says, ridiculous. Ridiculous, Kakarot, don't say stupid shit, you dumb motherfucker, you idiot. He didn't say all that, he just said ridiculous. And Granolah's standing there in the rubble, and he says, escaping into the air, you're stronger than I expected. What now? Should we attack together? Goku says, Vegeta, don't be absurd. I'm in no mood for teamwork. I came here to prove my superiority over you. And Goku says, okay. Vegeta says, you may fight him first. Says, yeah, that's new, right? Yeah. He says, huh? Are you sure? He says, he's already hit you once, Kakarot. You need to get him payback for that. Vegeta's so fucking smart, man. So Vegeta, he says, I guess so, yeah. So Goku says, I guess so, yeah. And he says, where are you going? Get down here unless you'd rather be shot down again. He says that to Goku and Vegeta, who are flying above him, and Goku looks pissed. He says, okay, I'll take lead on this one. Go on. So Goku flies down, and he stands next to Granolah. And he says, you're up against me first, Granolah. He says, you plan to fight me alone? You really are a tribe of fools. And now we're back, and you see Oil. He's watching from a distance. He says, oh, come on. They're not going to fight him together. You see Vegeta he's not Super Saiyan no more. He's back normal, and he's taking the perch on some like old castle or something really high up where he can see everything that's going on, right? So he's gonna watch Goku fight Granolah from a distance. This is smart. And he says, I'll keep an eye on the situation for now. There may be more to this yet than another villain to defeat. There may be more to this than yet another villain to defeat. Vegeta already thinks something's fishy here. Where's this monstrous ape form you people are known for? Granolah says to Goku, and he says, you sure know a lot about us. He says, based on my horrible experiences, yes. We can't pull off that transformation anymore, but I can do this. And Goku transforms into Super Saiyan God. Boom! Transforms in front of him. And he says, first golden hair and now red. I thought all Saiyans had black hair. And he says, thanks to our training, we've got a bunch of transformations up our sleeves. This one's called Super Saiyan God. And he doesn't like that. He says, God, a bold claim, a name that's at odds with the savage nature of your kind. And Goku says, oh yeah? So then Granolah says, let's do this. Ready when you are. And Vegeta's watching, and Oil is watching Vegeta. Granolah takes a pose, and he's got his fingers, he's got two fingers pointed up, facing towards, he's got one hand out in front of him, palm to Goku, and he's in a fighting stance, and he's got two fingers pointed towards Goku, his arm back, and his head. His hand is at eye level, pointing at Goku like he's gonna shoot heat out of his fingers. And Goku is standing there facing him. Just not really a fighting stance. He's kind of just open, kind of watching. And Granolah pounces, pew, blasts forward towards Goku, flies forwards. And Goku looks shocked. He's fast. And he's swinging at Goku, tries to hit him with two fingers. Goku dodges to the left, and boy Granolah goes flying past him, and he lands his hand on the ground, spins up off the ground. Now he's above Goku, and he chops down at him like a karate chop. Open hand strike. Goku blocks it, and then he kicks, and Goku blocks that. And they're fighting, and Goku's more or less just blocking. He says, I can't find an opening. He's not backing down. He says, in that case, Goku... looks like Goku's gone... he's gone Ultra Instinct, and Granolah can't touch him no more. And Vegeta says, Ultra Instinct. He says, I see, it becomes more accurate when used in conjunction with a Super Saiyan form. So he's using Ultra Instinct from Super Saiyan God form. So I don't know, you can't see colors here, it's all black and white, but so he goes from red to Ultra Instinct. And so Goku starts dodging, and Granolah jumps up into the air, and Goku's looking at him. And Granola's above him. Granolah jumps up into the air above Goku, and he's got all 10 of his fingers are lit up. And he says, eat this, and he fires 10 shots at once down at Goku. And Goku dodges him. Ultra Instinct dodges him. And so that goes on for a bit. And then Goku's standing there, and he looks up, and Granolah's gone. And he's looking up to where Granolah is, and Granolah, bah, hits him right in the stomach. Hits him with two fingers, and Goku is hit. And you can see the focus on Granolah's face, in his eye. And Goku's hit, and he says, you almost got me there. I slipped up. And then all of a sudden, it looks like he got hit again, and Goku is down. So, what? How in that attack looked like a little tap? Goku's on the ground, fucked up, and he targeted a vital point again. So he's attacking vital points. How is he learning Kakarot's weaknesses so quickly? The reaction time is incredibly fast, Granolah says. I can tell that your body moves on its own before your brain even processes incoming attacks. Goku says, you noticed, huh? However, even a flawless fighter cannot hide his vital points. It shows Goku getting hit, and he says, as you dodged, I observed your blood flow and muscle movements. I learned exactly where to strike. He says, blood flow? You mean you can see stuff like that? He says, right. This right eye of mine is the sharpest in the universe. It sees all. Vegeta hears this. He says, the sharpest in the universe, huh? A tribe driven to extinction, known for their beloved right eyes. This is starting to sound familiar, Vegeta is thinking. He's looking around at the planet and he says, could it be? And that's not all my eye can perceive. He says, you're still concealing your power, aren't you? Goku's shocked. I don't know what you're up to, Granolah says, but you really don't have the luxury of holding back. He says, I guess you're right. Says, I've still got an even stronger transformation, Goku says. And Granolah says, hurry up and get on with it then. I have no duty to wait for you, I have no duty to wait for your sake. Basically tell him, I don't have any honor to, I don't owe you anything. You need to, I'm going to kill you, and you need to put up your best fight for your sake. I don't have a reason not to kill you right now, is basically what he's saying. He's being helpful. And as long as the other Saiyan is still alive, I can extract Frieza's location from him. No skin off my nose to kill you where you stand. So, huh? Frieza's location? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. I've sacrificed my lifespan in order to take revenge, so I won't let you waste my precious time here. It's an important fact right there. Goku likes to, fight these guys and feel them out. Well, Granolah has every reason to want this fight over as fast as possible so he can go kill Frieza. He doesn't have time for this bullshit. He says, revenge? Hang on, I thought you were the bad guy. He says, shut up, Saiyan. You'll pay for your crimes against the Cerealians. He says, take this. And Goku is shocked. And Granolah is screaming. Argh! And it looks like Granolah is about to transform. What is this? And it says, it's shock. It's like everyone's getting hit with this power wave, right? And it's oil. It says Granolah's got an aura now to him. It says, whoa, you can boost your ki that much. As I mentioned, I'm the strongest warrior in the universe, superior to you in every single way. Goku says, talk about confident, but I've trained a lot recently. You can't claim that title so easily. So it's almost like Granolah is now Super Granolah, like he's gone Super Saiyan as well. And so Granolah's standing there with an aura around him glowing, and Goku is transforming as well. Boom! Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, and Granolah says, "Blue hair. This one we call Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. I couldn't care less what it's called. Just fight me already." Another round, sure thing. Goku says. They're both glowing, and they're flying fast off into the distance, fighting with each other, punching, kicking while they're flying. Fast moves. Fighting huge dust clouds. Boom, 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 boom over the city. You can see that there's explosions in the air, like bigger than the entire city. Explosions in the air. And the Shigarians are in their dome. They live in domes in these cities that are like preserved, and they look funny looking. Look kind of like, I don't know, like a football with fish ears, and that's what their heads look like. And it says, "What's this fish ears?" Like fish, like fins for ears. And it says, "What's these tremors?" It says, "Look, there's smoke coming from the mountain beyond the colony, and there's a bunch of Shigarians pointing up to the mountains. What the heck's going on over there?" And Goku and Granolah jump off into the sky. They're still fighting, going as fast as they can, fighting. Vegeta, meanwhile, is investigating the site of, there's like a ruins in the where Vegeta's investigating the ruins, and he's looking around. He says, "Yes, I see. It's all making sense." And you see Vegeta is standing in the paw print of a giant ape, and Vegeta says, "I think I know who he is." And that's the end of manga 71 or 72. So Vegeta's kind of putting it together why Granolah doesn't like them, and we can see that Granolah is a badass. So we don't know what's going to happen. 73. Dragon Ball Super Manga 73. So if you want to watch, hold on. Dragon Ball Super Manga 73. Alright, so Dragon Ball Super Manga 73. And let's see, I'm trying to figure out when it will come out. It should come out the 20th of next month. Okay, so yeah. The Dragon Ball Super Chapter 73 is confirmed to release on Sunday, June 20th, 2021. And I'm reading these, where I'm reading this stuff at is at, it's called viz.com. So if you want to read these, it's where I read them at. You go to viz.com, you can only read, like I read from 70 to 72. Only read a couple of the episodes at a time. So come back here after June 20th and I'll read Dragon Ball Super Manga 73. Thanks for hanging out with me while I do this. It's something that I've been wanting to do. Dragon Ball Super is something that I care about. So, yep. That's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed Dragon Ball like I did. Hope you enjoyed Dragon Ball Super like I did. This seems like a really great... it's going to be a good season. I like everything about it. How Granolah is willing to sacrifice his life to become the strongest. How he's not actually a bad guy, but doesn't mean that he's not going to fight Goku and Vegeta. You know what I mean? Like, even though they've been brought to fight under false pretenses, it doesn't make it want to fight him any less. You know, like, he still hates the Saiyans. They still did what they did, even though it wasn't Goku who did it. It might have been Vegeta. We don't know. Vegeta might have actually destroyed this planet. I believe it was... I'm not exactly sure. So we're going to figure all that out. But so that's what's going on. My name is Mike Osborne. StillNFAC on Twitch. Notfooling Around Crew on YouTube. And that was Dragon Ball Super Manga 70 through 72. So we're all caught up. Hang back, check out the channel, and see y'all next time.